Hello students. Your essential question for this lesson is, how does an author use characters to advance a story's plot? By the end of this lesson, you should be able to define direct characterization and provide examples of direct characterization. We're adhering to 7th grade standards about complex characters developing over a text, and this lesson is focused on direct characterization. Have you ever gotten to know a character so well that you were a little sad when the story was over? For example, perhaps you got to know Harry Potter in so many of those movies or books that you just didn't want him to end. You never wanted the book to end. The reason for this success is called characterization. When an author is really good at characterization, he or she is able to create a character on a page and make the readers feel like they know that person, that character is one of his or her friends. The way a writer reveals character is called characterization. If a writer isn't really good at characterization, it can make a character uninteresting because the character may lack focus and clarity, and usually the reader cannot connect with the character. Good characterization creates a clear picture in the reader's mind. For example, dressed in a colorful blue and yellow costume, the matador prepared his satin cape for the charging bull. In this case, the character is dressed in colorful blue and yellow costume, and he has a satin cape. All those words are used to further describe and give details about the character. Here's another example. Tommy McSweeney really hated being the tallest boy in 8th grade. Everyone assumed he was a good basketball player, but he had no athletic interest or skill. Instead, his talent emerged far from a court or ball field. No one beyond Tommy's family knew that the pale, muscular kid with curly hair and freckles was a classical pianist, and Tommy intended to keep it that way. So when you reflect on a passage, think about which words create characterization. So we are drawn a picture in our heads of Tommy through the words tallest, pale, muscular, curly hair, and freckles. The person who wrote that passage allows us to actually picture Tommy from his description. There are 2 types of characterization. This lesson is going to deal with direct characterization, and the next lesson is going to deal with indirect characterization. If a writer tells you what a character is like, the method is called direct characterization. If a writer shows you what the character is like through the character's actions or interactions with other characters, it's called indirect characterization. In direct characterization, it's directly stated. That's why it's called direct characterization. The author is very direct with the reader, and you know exactly what that character looks like or is doing. However, with indirect characterization, you kind of have to do some guesswork. There's an example for you of direct characterization in the video above, so make sure you check out the video and take the quiz. Hopefully by the end of this lesson, you now know what direct characterization is.